Getting new details on the weekend arrest of the father of Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes Sr. is out on bond, charged with DWI, third or more. According to the arrest affidavit, his car was spotted by Tyler police Saturday night going slower than other traffic. During the stop, the arresting officer reportedly saw an open beer can in the center console. Mahomes Sr. reportedly said he'd had a few beers earlier while watching a game at a bar. Tonight, Patrick Mahomes Sr. is out of jail on bond. As a condition of his bond, he'll have to have an ignition interlock device installed on his vehicle. He's not allowed to consume alcohol, and he'll have to submit to random drug testing.